know, I'm not good at guesstimating. So, alright, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go check out the first place that we bombed out, which is right outside. Yeah, whatever, I can fight you now without losing life. Alright, so you see this guy, well, this girl, and her name is Canary Mary, which we're choking right now, and we're going to talk. She says, I'm Canary Mary. They used to send me down the mines to check for gas. If I died, they knew it wasn't safe. Yeah, okay. They just left me in here. I don't think I'll last much longer. Don't worry, I'll get Kazooie here and smash the gate open. If I must. So all I do is just come up here and smack it. It's like, woo-woo, I'm free. In moments like this, it makes adventuring worthwhile. She hasn't even got a jiggy. Well, we don't care. Well, actually, we do care. Hey, bitch, come back. No, bitch, I don't... Oh, my God, I forgot you had to go this cutscene. Well, all she does is she flies all the way to the end of the tracks right by the fuel storage area, which is actually pretty close, but she flies so fucking slow. Alright, which I actually mentioned in, I think, one of my Banjo Tooie Let's Plays, that I broke the sound barrier, which I don't know if that will, or not the sound barrier, but the language barrier. I don't know if that'll upset anybody. If so, I'm sorry. Go watch Capri Sun's Let's Plays, which is actually better, because he actually uses a capture card, which I actually talked to my mom's boyfriend about it, which he thinks that this LPing is actually pretty cool, so he might actually give me one of those, which I think would be sweet as hell, because I want to do better quality videos for you, the viewer, not for my own entertainment, but for you, the viewers, if I ever get any, which, oh my God, I thought that people loved LPs, or whatever, which I'll probably ask Nintendo 3 to mention my YouTube channel, or anything, which I don't expect him to, because he actually, well, what the fuck, we already did that. That was useless. Which, yeah, that was the flooded mines, where I actually got that jiggy and got lost in the caves. Which this might actually be, or this might be in the middle of part 12, actually, because, so, if you guys don't know, it'll probably be part 11, which is actually, part 11 is the start of this recording session that I started doing. So, whatever, and I already did that. I already got the fuel story, and I just did Canary Mary, so actually, yeah, I guess I'll head over there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're actually going to walk, or talon trot over there, which, I know this is actually kind of annoying, but it's the fastest means of participation. Now, I'll actually get to a point where I can actually make that quieter, which I'll actually need that Kazooie rock that was at the waterfall. So, after I get that new ability, I will actually be able to make it to where Kazooie's talon trot is actually quieter, which, if people who are watching this already know what that is, please try not to spoil it for anybody. I mean, even though I'm doing this, they'll figure it out anyway. But like I said, if you're doing this on the if you are following me along on the N64, I have no idea how to get all of them. Which all this did was told you, hey, hop on the cart and race me, which to do that, you repeatedly press X, which I think is actually B on the 64 version, because I think I actually remember that. So you're going to hear a lot of button mashing here, because I want to whoop her ass. So I apologize for that. This would actually be another good reason for capture cards, so you guys don't hear this annoying button mashing. Unless I'm using a headset, which I probably will be. So this is actually pretty simple. Now you actually race her a total of 4 times. In parts 3 and the 3rd and 4th time you race her, it is hard. Which you can only do the first 2 here. So, whatever, which my computer just hibernated, which is kind of annoying. Now I knew this looks like it's going slow, and I know some of you people actually do this faster. Which this is actually where that Jinjo was right there. Which I already got it, and I actually showed people how to get there. Like I said, hey, just right across from Mumbo on those diamond rocks there. But whatever, I'm going to actually try and speed up so I can actually be lazy later on, like right here, which, oh wow, she just came out of that tunnel, and I reached the end. So I'm actually probably just going to off-screen the other one for when I went. I'm just probably going to off-screen the second run-through with her. And you actually get a Cheeto page for beating her a second time. I guess you can have the shiny thing I found before I got locked in that cage. Is it a Jiggy? I can't remember what it is. It's been under my wing for days. Ew, I'm not sure we want it then in that case. Which is a Jiggy, which I don't care if you don't want it, Kazooie. Which, just be happy this isn't the first one. Just be happy it's not the first one where you eat it, alright, because then that would be disgusting. Which, yeah, I'm actually going to hop on the cart and race her again. So, oh, no, you don't. And I'll whoop your ass, too. So, I will see you guys at the end of the next race. Okay, everybody, so I'm back. I actually like when I said I'll be right back, I actually beat her the first time. And then we get a Cheeto page, and she's like, it's been wedged between my, which, I'm glad Kazooie interrupted her, because I did not want to know where it was at. So if you guys actually wanted to see me do that, like, I might put it in. No, I'm not going to put it in. But she's actually just slightly faster. So actually to beat her, I actually found it very useful, was to use my cell phone and use like a corner of it and just like repeatedly rub it back and forth on the X button, like as fast as I can. Which is actually what I will do on the third and fourth time that we race her. Oh wait, did I pick up that? Yeah, I did pick up that Cheeto bit. So I'm actually a little exhausted. My arm is like... So I don't know what else is there that we can do. Actually, there is one more thing, but... Hold on, I'm just going to go view totals real quick. Did I learn all the moves here? I think there was one more move I could learn. Yeah, where is that? I always forget where that move is at. Ooh, doo-doo-doo-doo. First I gotta find out where that place is. It's actually another first-person part. Which I think is it near Mumbo? Yeah, it's near Mumbo. I think it's where we got that Globo at earlier. I guess that's where it's at. Where's Mumbo? There's Mumbo. I guess I could have teleported there, but whatever. These levels are actually kind of small, so everything's kind of relatively close. It'll just take like maybe a minute longer to get to where I'm located. So yeah, this is where we found the Globo, and we couldn't do anything about this rock, but now that we have that new ability, bravo, no problem. So you just go down the stairs, and oh, well, I'll be a motherfucking son of a bitch. It's actually, we needed the damn thing for one more thing, and that's to get that Jinjo, which we want, viewer. We want that Jinjo. Okay, so I guess I'll do that right now, so I'll just meet you back here as the detonator. Okay, viewer, I am back, even though it's only been 2 seconds. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, we're actually going to go look for that first-person shooter part, which, son of a bitch, I know where it's at. I think I know where it's at. Which I wish I would have realized this before I walked away from Mumbo's Skull, because it's actually right near the world entry exit. Which I don't have to worry about that right there, because the entry and exit's right there. Alright, so you just come over here, which is near the fuel storage area, and instead of going inside, you are right here. Which I could have just done this after the race with Canary Mary. So we'll just do that, pop goes the weasel, and come in here, which is the first person one. Which, actually, believe it or not, Jam Jars is in here, so you actually get to see him in first person. And that's all it does is this. And it's called the Beak Bayonet, which is actually very useful if you don't feel like wasting eggs. So all you actually do is, while you're in first person, hit X, and it does this, which is pretty much exactly why you need this. Come over here, and it's Bowling and Bill. You learned a beak attack, huh? And he's like, sure have, partner. And we gotta help him out. There's TNT stakes that have escaped, and I think there's like 30 of them. So, I'll actually just say, so I actually probably will edit out from here, right, like, I'll start it right here, like, as soon as the door opens and I go in, like, as soon as I go in through this door, it'll actually be an edit to where until I succeed. which will probably be like 4 or 5 times, so I guess you guys don't need to see that fail, and so I will actually just edit out when I succeed, so I'm actually going to keep talking through all these videos until I do.